Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the RADIWOW R-108. This is an AM, FM, shortwave, longwave, airband portable radio. This little guy you can get for around $50 on Amazon, but wait for a good deal. Usually you can get them for around $40 or $42. They have one in this color and they have one in black. I'll have links below. We're going to do an evening medium wave band scan, but first we're going to go over features, then we'll do a size comparison, then we'll start cruising the evening band. So let's check out the RADIWOW R-108. Great starter radio for those getting into radio or shortwave. They kind of want to see what it's like at affordable price. Left hand side we have a carry strap. We have an antenna jack where those common wires can be plugged in and strung out 22 feet, either indoors or outdoors, outdoors preferably. Improves your shortwave reception by a large margin. Here we have a headphone jack for FM stereo reception. Sounds good. In front here we have RADIWOW. We have a little speaker here. Don't be deceived by its size. It has some awesome sound. Probably one of the best sounding small radios in the marketplace. And anybody that has one of these will tell you, yes, that's true. R-108, 500 memories. Not bad. Over here we have the LCD display where everything happens. We have a 24-hour clock. We have an alarm time. This is similar to a Texan radio display. We have a battery life indicator timer where it shows your alarm setting if you're waking up to radio or alarm. And if I hit this display button, this is like a blue-white light, backlit, and you'll see it goes to temperature mode and alarm mode while the radio is off. And when the radio is on, this button will also toggle signal noise ratio, local time, and those features also. Just showed you. Kind of nice. So yeah, here we are, FM, medium wave, shortwave, long wave, air, DSP receiver. Okay, we have a direct numeric entry keypad for entering in your frequencies right away. Get right on station if you know where you want to be. I love that. Let's see, you'll notice that there's some red lettering. Number 4 here has 9K, 10K switching. If you're a European, you're usually on 9 kilohertz tuning. And in America, you're in 10 kilohertz tuning. And when the radio is on, if you press and hold 4, it toggles voice and music mode. Number 5 here, we have long wave on and off. 6 is FM set. This thing has 4 different bands on it. I think anywhere from 60-ish to 108 megahertz for FM. Then down here we have beep on 0. It toggles the beep confirmations. I hate the beep, so I turn it off. We have a band select button. The band, of course, it cycles through all of them. FM, medium wave, short wave, long wave, airband. ATS, auto tuning system, automatically searches the band you're on and saves the stations automatically. Some people like that. I like more than manually entering it with that memory key. Up here we have VMVF. This means view memory or view frequency. So view frequency is usually where you're at, so you can do normal tuning with the tuning knob and normal tuning here and browsing the band. And VM, view memory, is to access all those presets quickly. So if you have your 500 presets and you go to the view memory, you can actually spin through the 100 presets you have per band with your tuning wheel here, or these buttons, which is nice. Memory to add memory automatically, or actually manually, and deleting manually. And down here is a very popular button, AM bandwidth. This one's used to get some really good distant stations. You have 6 kilohertz for wide, for like nice music listening, all the way down to 1 kilohertz for those faint stations. Love that. And of course you can toggle FM stereo on or off if you're trying to get distant FM stations too. Of course, power button, sleep function, which is nice. The lock button I showed you with that display feature. Here we have a time set feature, and of course if the radio's on and you quickly press that, it'll take you right to your time on your display. Down here we have alarm set, so if I press that, you'll see the little icon show up. Wake to radio, and wake to alarm, and turn that off. And below that we have the up and down tuning keys. Right hand side we have the tuning wheel. It's notched. It's a step tuning, so if you press this in, you can go fast, slow, and stop, which is really nice. Clicks. And then we have squelch for the airband, so you can actually adjust how much squelch you want to add. It's really nice. We have a volume control. I called it analog, but it actually is, I think, digital, because I notice when I adjust the volume, it makes micro step sounds in the medium wave. It picks it up. So it is a digitally controlled volume. Down here we have USB in, 5 volts. That's how you charge the internal battery. They're replaceable, actually. And it's a micro USB. Top of the radio, we have our FM, shortwave, and airband antenna. And of course, the medium wave antenna is on the inside. It's a long ferrite bar wrapped with coil wire to pick up those longer wavelengths, such as medium wave and long wave. So when you see me turning the radio, I'm facing the edge of the antenna towards the station to get the best reception. Some people don't know that. That's why I mention it. Back of the radio, we have some information. It has this little kick-out stand, which is nice. You'll see it has the FM band. There it is, 64 to 108. You can expand it out, which is nice. This is the standard band. Medium wave, of course. You see it's 9 kilohertz and 10 kilohertz. We have our long wave band. Full coverage on shortwave, which is really nice. And then we have our air band. The reason why I say on shortwave full coverage is nice, on a radio that's $42 on sale, that's pretty cool, because this little Texan PL380, these Texans are limited. This one's 2.3 to 21.9 megahertz. And even my Skywave, which we'll show you in a second, is limited, I think, to 26, what is this, 26.1 megahertz. So yeah, this does the full coverage, which is really nice. I like that. You flip this up here, your kick-out stand to get to the battery compartment, and it carries one of those BL5Cs. Now, a lot of people don't like them. They like the traditional batteries that like the Skywave takes. These take 2 AA's. But these are not too bad, and the newest Texan, the PL330 that's coming out, which I'll be reviewing, hopefully, it has the same BL5C battery. Now, if you keep these half charged, they don't swell on you. If you overcharge them, yes, they will start to swell, but if you're careful and you definitely don't overcharge them and you keep them stored at half charge, they won't swell, and you'll be able to have them for quite a few years. There we go. Close that up. All right, so let's go ahead and do a quick size comparison and start cruising the band. I'm going to bring this up. I spent a lot of time on the features, but it's a cool little radio. And of course, I'll have links below to it. They have this one, I think I mentioned they have black, which is cool now. CC Skywave. So everybody thought this was the copy to the CC Skywave, and it sort of is, but this has better audio. But this radio will run 70 hours on 2 AA batteries. This will not run 70 hours on its battery, just so you know. This takes standard batteries or rechargeables. And here we have a weather alert option too on the Skywave, which this does not have. This has everything else as well. So both great radios. This is a premium, of course. This one here saves you money and gets you in the hobby. That's what it's about. The Texan PL380 is a nice radio. You can see it looks like it has a bigger speaker. We think would be bigger sound or better sound. Wait till you hear this. It's amazing. Definitely a better speaker on the R-108. But pretty cool setup there. Okay, a bit bigger radio, and then we have the little CC pocket for size. And last but not least, I have Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He can spin it like no one can. He loves RADIWOWs from China land. He's Iron Man. You got it. That's my deck of cards. I got a new one here. Yeah, Iron Man. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and zoom this down a little bit. And then we're going to start cruising the band. So this one here is the first version. I got this when it first came out. It has a medium wave bug to it, and I'll explain that if it shows up. But typically, if you have the radio on and you start in a different band besides medium wave and you hit the band button to medium wave, your reception quality is not as good. If you start the radio with medium wave, it's good. So I don't know why that happened, but I'm sure they fixed that bug by now. But it was easily corrected by going to the medium wave band and turning the radio off and turning the radio back on. So we'll go ahead and turn it on. We should be in medium wave. The bottom of the band. So you'll notice it says your frequency right here. Voice mode. We're in fast tuning, which is nice. Medium wave. And of course, we can toggle time, which is 10:16 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm near Chicago, Illinois. Give you an idea of my location and time. Add 6 hours for UTC. If I do signal to noise ratio, sometimes I'll get little artifacts from that cycling, and if we do, we'll just switch it off. So let's go and leave it on. I'm going to start cruising the band. Now I'll try to tilt the radio up so you can see what the frequency says as I go. So So I don't know if you can hear that. Just picking up some music from CHLO, Brampton, Ontario. 441 miles. I'm going to bring the Turk Advantage in. This worked really good during the day. Let's see what it does in the evening. This is a passive loop, requires no power. It gathers the electromagnetic waves and transfers them to the radio. There we go. Coming in nice. Okay, so I can't really hover on that music, believe it or not. So there you go. Yeah, I'll bring that up if we need that again. Usually it's really good on distant stations. Good to hear it work in the evening. Okay, let's keep tuning. So we are on WAUK 540, Jackson, Wisconsin. This is 70 miles away. It's a 400 watt station at night.
Alabama off guard on the critical amount of distance.
800-990-6976. That's 1-800-990.
Here's 560 WIND Chicago. As you can hear, it's really bass sounding, very low end.
You know, in these troubling times, everybody's taking a minute to pause and...
Oops, I hit the band button. Okay, so I hit the band instead of the bandwidth. So we'll cycle through the bands. You can actually see airband, FM, and long wave, and then we'll go back to this. Now you notice the numbers. Turn that off, turn it back on, and then the numbers will be higher. So yeah, it's a weird thing, but I'm sure they fixed that by now, because I bought this when it first came out, as I mentioned.
It might be a good time for you to help your children with your views from a godly perspective. We can help. For over 50 years, we have served hundreds of thousands of families locally and across our nation, and even many foreign countries.
Three's good at
We
night.
have pioneered the modern homeschool movement, and we can...
Do we put it in a savings account and then just pull out monthly what we need for our...
600 here is WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. It's 175 miles, 5,000 watts.
We just need to know what to do with it, I guess.
You should be able to do 15% of your income into retirement out of your budget.
15%, that's quite a bit.
Our budget currently doesn't have enough...
The government wants. And more. WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles away, 10,000 watts at night.
Well, we put this $400...
If you notice, directional. Signal went crummy. Got better
from the
that way.
property.
Our station is that direction.
My husband does his...
They neither sow nor reap, yet God feeds them, and you're more valuable than birds. What's the faith lesson? Trust in the Lord. Amen. Stop struggling to get ahead.
Okay.
God work out His plan for your life.
Here we go.
Which begins how? When you put your faith in Jesus.
So I was wondering, there's a religious station there and a country music station. So this is KYFI 630, St. Louis, Missouri. It's 275 miles away, 5,000 watts. CFCO, Chatham, Ontario is this direction, which I thought I was getting at first, but I wasn't. This is country music. This is 310 miles, 6,000 watts. Sometimes this comes in stronger. Just hear it.
Believe comes from Him, so what's the point of struggle?
So it's the magic of radio. If you guys are looking at this radio and you're like, wow, I like that radio, you can see that you can fine-tune the signals by just moving that radio around. It's pretty cool. All right, let's keep going. So we're mixing stations here. This is a Hispanic station, WMFN, Peatone, Illinois. You hear the music. 75 miles, 1,600 watts. And there's a talk radio. I don't know which one this is. It could be WOI, Ames, Iowa. 265 miles away, 1,000 watts. That's the direction, and it got better.
I'm not convinced the time is right to do that, but when
Nice.
hopefully the dust settles a little bit. And
it usually comes in better. Let's try to loop on this. This is WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles, It must be crummy in that direction. So we're going to bring the loop in, that Turk Advantage I showed you, which you can pick up, I believe, if you can't find it on Amazon, which I usually have a link for. You can also get it through C-Crane directly. Yeah, it's just not coming in good tonight. Okay, tune it up.
Guys, you want to surprise your partner with something special in 2021, get the new year off right? Well, let me tell you about BlueChew.com. Here's what you got to know. It's got the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis.
So this is a local 670, The Score, WSCR, Chicago.
This is going to work out nicely for you. But also, it's cheaper than those other two because the online physician consultation to see if you qualify is free.
Which is that LeBron has the luxury this season, because of Schroeder mostly, and obviously because of AD, of not doing as much of the heavy lifting. I remember in the very first LeBron hit a catch.
It's usually a CKGM, Montreal, Quebec, 763 miles.
Customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Liberty Mutual customizes
700 WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles. There's a lot of stations to go over. We won't get them all. We'll just get a taste of them, which is nice. There we go.
Exactly. And what I would do before I tried that is, let's try to get to 42%.
This is WOR 710, New York, New York, 750 miles.
Is what we just discovered. Took us a little while to get there, but what we just discovered is that you don't have room because of your house to build wealth.
Okay, 720 WGN, Chicago, broadcasting music, which is interesting. I wonder if it's the start of a show. Sounds pretty good.
Claim that they've had 3 fathers.
This is CFZM, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Cool music.
Lonely table just for...
Yeah, I don't know what, I mean, times are changing, I guess, but, look...
Here's WSB, Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles.
And I think that is what it is for most people, too, Marco.
A dozen, 15 feet, and because they ran on the record of the things that we've been doing.
Okay, 760. This is WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
And going after street gangs, having one of the best economists
in the monastery and Christian pilgrims going from Santa Catarina would believe to use this.
WABC, New York, New York. There's a little bit of interference from 780, which is a strong local next to me in Chicago. So what you can do is press this in and go to slow and tune it down one.
But this inscription is certainly very intriguing.
I take you to the Iron Age city of Maresha, Indiana. What have you found there? Do it in a minute, please.
The city of Maresha sits atop a maze of underground rooms, perhaps 1,000 of them, some of which are ritual baths and storage rooms, but most importantly was room 69, where they found over 1,000 seals, which means that this was an archive of probably a wealthy family whose home sat above, and now they were able to decipher them. Some of them had
tumor, with the goal of reducing the risk of side effects and damage to surrounding healthy tissue.
So this is towards Chicago, of course, 780. This is WBBM, Chicago.
Now, my life is back on track.
For nearly a decade, Northwestern Medicine Proton Center has signs that are already out.
Okay, that lady talking there is CKLW, Windsor, Ontario, 270 miles. You give it time, because sometimes the signal improves. This is 810, this gentleman talking. This is WGY, Albany, New York, 740 miles.
Further and further in prestige, and tonight,
Our employees have coordinated with
USCCA membership. Answers to all your questions can be found at uscca.com.
Repaving a sidewalk or driveway and pouring concrete costs thousands of dollars. Longcrete, what's the problem? By injecting polyurethane underneath uneven concrete.
This should be WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles away. Yeah, pretty neat in the evening to be picking up all these stations. Yeah, I love it.
Get rid of the ponding on the side of your house and flatten your driveway for you.
Turn this radio off, turn it back on.
Yeah, he's been asked about it already. And he's denied it. He says that he was not indecent.
May have helped a little bit, but might have just been me. 8:30, this is WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Let's go back to 650. So hit frequency, put in 650.
And I look like I come from a rooster fight.
It's coming in better now. Could have improved or could have been just power cycling it. Nice. Okay, so let's go back up to put 840 since that was, whoops, hit preset. 840, frequency first. There we are.
Interesting. It's all coming together the way it is. Give you more esoterics coming up on Ground Zero.
Ground Zero, 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, about 300 miles.
You need to learn about...
Not only do we have all the classes, but our in-house design team is constantly introducing beautiful new styles.
Here's 850 KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles.
Like oval, cushion, and princess cut. Another way to make the ring uniquely yours is to use a colorful, natural tone.
860 CJBC, Toronto, Ontario.
A year ago, 2 years ago, they should have been looking for his replacement. I mean,
now we're going way south. This is 870 WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles.
I'll wait.
Well, we're going to be here for a long ass time. You can continue with whatever your last point is.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's
inauguration may want to push back those plans. New York City's mayor is saying any city workers caught in last Wednesday's attack on the Capitol will not be city workers anymore.
WCBS, New York, New York, 880, 750 miles.
52-24 with about 7 minutes to go in the game. Knicks lost to the Hornets 109-88. 36 degrees in Central Park. Evening. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Levon Putney. It's 11:31.
CBS News Brief. President Trump takes at least
30 right now at O'Hare, 30 at Midway, 30 downtown along the lakefront.
Here's 890 Chicago WLS.
Madigan is, quote, suspending his campaign.
It's a little quicker.
Smith is going to be a top 5 pick.
Was still a patriot, and when it came to the end, he had the choice of fighting it out and burning everything down, or leaving and saving the institutions of government. He chose the latter.
It's 990 CBW, Winnipeg, Manitoba, 675 miles.
Thank you, Matt. David Priest, Chief.
Like mine. Save for being a new customer. Save more for adding DriveWise.
WMVP Chicago.
Visit Allstate.com or contact your local agent.
Where teachers are not at the stage of being able to feel comfortable and bring in their students.
1010 here's CFRB, Toronto, Ontario.
In a manner that
we are expecting a very large shipment of vaccine, which should be able to take us through the week.
Here's KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles.
To the county to meet the community's needs.
CBS News Brief, I'm Jennifer Kuiper.
3689.
Set of this
You always want to win, but you look at it in more of a...
KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
Wanted to win and do things that would translate into short-term success.
Getting good signal in this direction to the east.
Peterson will land another head coaching job. 6 other teams had head coaching openings at the end of the season. I'm Ed Benkin, KYW News Radio.
The FBI warns more violence.
There we got the call letters. I like that. That's why I hover sometimes.
And you can easily send them at a stoplight. But no, answering one text can take your attention away from...
Here's 1090 KAAY, Little Rock, Arkansas, 570 miles.
Length of a football field. Make a decision.
Digital printers and copiers. Blue Technologies, proud partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers and celebrating...
So here's WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
Now available online at Cavs.com/shop. Rep the land with jerseys.
I need to worry about falling.
Yes, you do. Every year, 1 in 4 people 65 and older will experience a fall.
Yeah, that falling's no joke. It really isn't. 1120, KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles.
Bulbs and add lighting to help you see obstacles.
Pointing to an unnamed armed group calling for the storming of government buildings and courthouses.
Here's WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles.
The president-elect will nominate retired career...
It's too corrupt anymore, so...
Make smarter business decisions for less than you'd think. No matter the size of your business...
Here's WHAM, WHAM, Rochester, New York, 545 miles.
What your business should be doing and move with confidence with Research Raccoon. Visit researchraccoon.com.
Research Raccoon.
New regenerative solutions. Call for a free consultation. QC Kinetics 210-571-0318. These remarkable new treatments increase mobility, decrease pain, and restore tissue. They actually allow your body to heal itself. Call today. QC Kinetics in Hollywood Park. 210-571-0318. 210-571-0318.
We all know the most common New Year's resolution. Get in shape. And Tiger Radio's got you covered. We've got the Rock Pop-Up playlist. Running hit playlist and Dr. Park. Plus, New Year, New You podcast feeds. And curated collection of the most inspiring and motivating
So I'm hovering. New station for me, I think.
2027 Farm Free Love. So, you got this. iHeartRadio, #1 for music, radio, and podcasting. All in one app.
Scientists coming out of China, coast to coast AM, reporting that the virus
Okay, there was an ad where he gave a phone number. It said Hollywood Park. I'll look it up, and if I can find the station, I'll put it here. Let's finish this up.
I appreciate everybody, no matter how you watch, no matter how you listen, no matter how you get the show.
WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles. And now I'm just going to cruise up to 1500 here.
And when to tune in and all that. And, of course, you can't get Parler now because...
News, weather, and traffic station 1290 95.7 WHIO, Dayton's News and Talk. Depend on it.
This is the WHIO Clark Howard Scam Alert.
Many people are getting more...
It's an older station here, WHIO. Cool. Dayton, Ohio, 280 miles.
And there's an increase. Rights of people to be fairly
Should have spent a lot of time in this area of the band. There's a lot of stations mixing.
She knows she can. She wants to be...
He is done for the night, obviously. Look, Alabama's 6 minutes away from
What can I do there to get...
Here's WLAC, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles.
Well, what have the doctors told you so far?
When a touchdown drive, it looked like...
Good evening.
Hey, good evening.
KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles.
These guys that get fired for being criminals and breaking...
We're almost done. CHHA, Toronto, Ontario.
But the wrap goes all the way around.
By connecting Facebook or enter your information manually. Just make sure you double check your account settings and make sure you receive emails from us. You've got mail.
It's got a little bit of a squeal sound at the end of the band there when the volume's up higher.
Chat.com.
1700. This is KBGG, Des Moines, Iowa. 280 miles. All right, we're done. Yeah. Cool. So there's the evening band scan of the RADIWOW R-108. You saw how the Turk Advantage passive loop really helps it on faint stations. Like I said, mine has that goofy gain control. You have to turn the radio on and off sometimes on the band to get that gain control back up if you inadvertently hit the band button and change bands. Just something to think about if you buy this radio and you notice that same little bug and they haven't fixed it yet. I really hope they have, because I've had this radio for a couple of years now. I might buy an updated version just to see if they've done that when they're back on sale for 40 bucks. Again, links below. I do enjoy this radio, and it's a great starter radio for those wanting to get started. So if you enjoyed this video, give me a big like. You guys are the best. 2, if you enjoy RADIWOWs or shortwave radios, looking forward to the new ones coming out from Atkinson, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified of those future videos. And 3, comment below what you think about the R-108 Dirty Evening Medium Wave Band. It has a lot more bands than just medium wave, but there's so much to be found. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next video.